Hi, I'm Devin Walter, and I'm recording my mock interview.
Devin, tell me about yourself.
I started my educational career in exercise physiology. I did this because my whole life I've really enjoyed studying the human body, and really the only thing that I had been exposed to um, in terms of a career in that was exercise. And so that's why I continued to study that in college. And really, the first instance that I had realized that I maybe was needing to change my career path was when I was a caretaker for my mom, who was diagnosed with ovarian cancer. And throughout that, I got to see the nurse's role and the skills that they got to do and the knowledge set that they needed to have in order to have that career. And so that was really intriguing to me, but I guess I wasn't ready at that point to completely change my career path. And then I was getting my master's in exercise physiology and did an internship in cardiac rehab. And during that internship, I was doing inpatient and outpatient care. And I was working closely with nurses and doctors and really saw how amazing the healthcare field was. And that was really the only career that I would have been able to do in healthcare with the degree that I was getting. And so I decided to switch career paths and go into nursing, which I'm very thankful that I've done that because I really do think that it brings out all of the strengths that I have and even some weaknesses. But I really think it is where I thrive the most. But things that I like to do outside of nursing, I really enjoy being outdoors. And so anytime I can, I like to spend time at my fiance's parents' place. They have a ranch, and I'm always out there learning how to do new things like fixing fence and all that kind of stuff. And I love playing with my dog, working out. Yeah, that's kind of the gist of me.
Awesome. Can you give me an example of a goal you reached and how you achieved it?
Growing up, I've always been pretty shy. It's just naturally in my personality to be that way. And I was always the kid that never wanted to partake in anything and always just curled up in a little ball when anytime somebody asked me to go do anything or meet somebody new or have a new opportunity, I was kicking and screaming to say no, basically. And as I got older, I came to the realization that I couldn't function that way. And so I had made it a goal for myself, really kind of when I got to college, to step out of my comfort zone and do things that I was scared of, because I knew by doing that that was the only way that I could have growth. And so I started saying yes to any leadership opportunity that came about. I was a youth leader for my church. I took on the role of the president and vice president of the SAC, and I did legislative. I created new events that had never been done before. I did fundraising. I was my team's leader. I did all these things that I never thought I would have done before, but it really is truly because I set the goal that I wanted to have growth, and I think that I've really kind of accomplished that. But it is an ever-changing thing, and I always have to keep putting myself in those positions.
Good answer. Tell me about how you work effectively under pressure.
Well, my whole life I played softball from a very, very young age, and as much as that is a team sport, it is really an individual sport, and every time you go up to bat, it's just you and up against the pitcher, and that can be very, very pressure-filled situation, especially when you're in a championship game or it's tied and you have somebody on third and you need to bring them in with a hit or any of those things. I mean, I would have recruiters come and watch me. Any of those type of situations, you have to learn really how to handle the pressure. And I think by doing that through my whole life, I just kind of got used to it. And naturally, I'm not really a anxiety-filled or stressed person in general. And so when a situation arises, I normally just take it and do it and accomplish it instead of spending time worrying about how I'm going to get it done or what possible outcomes are. I really just take it and do it and accomplish it rather than stressing about it.
How have you dealt with failure?
With playing softball, that is a game of failure. If you fail 75% of the time, then you're actually a really good hitter. And you think that's crazy, but it's definitely something that I had to learn to get used to, that you can work as hard as you can at something and still not be perfect at it. And so I really learned that hard work doesn't bring perfection, but whenever you do fail, just to take what you learn from it and try to make yourself better. And I learned that failure is okay.
Awesome. What is your weakness going into the nursing profession?
I definitely say my weakness is my nursing skill, my physical skill. I do have a good book knowledge over everything and how to perform each skill, but due to the coronavirus and other things, I haven't had as much clinical opportunity to perform those skills. So my book knowledge and my muscle memory hasn't been able to connect the dots yet, which I'm hoping I will learn quickly in nursing in that aspect.
Thank you for that answer.